Hey guys, what's going on? We're back with some Lorcana leak videos today. There's been some leaks of the new expansion or DLC or whatever you like to call it, and I'm just here to cover it because I'm enjoying the game myself. And yeah, here's my opinions on the cards that's been leaked, and I'm gonna play the YouTube game a little bit and just cover it and see what happens. So first card we have is Winnie the Pooh. I love Winnie the Pooh. The art is amazing here. It is a 5 mana, which 5 ink that you can be inked, 5/5 with 2 lore. It's pretty decent. We'll see if there's any like synergy with Dreamborn, Hero, and Sorcerer. But this is a vanilla card. It's got a good stat line and it's inkable, so might be played. Might be too expensive. We'll see. The next card we see is Broken. The next card we have is Merlin, which is a 4 ink 1/5, lower stat line, but his effect must be pretty decent then. Whenever one of your other characters is returned to your hand from play, this character gets 1 lore this turn. It's a new keyword in Mentor as well. So this could be a start of a new archetype. There's a lot of decks using recurring Mickey Mouse, Wayward Sorcerer, and also Dr. Philosopher. And befuddle, you can also befuddle your stuff. But so basically what they usually do was Dr. Facilia with rush with like Rafiki or Zeus, and they just rush into your guys and clear the board. And now if this guy's on the board as well, it returns to your hand, and you can, after you clear the board, you can lure with this guy too, which is really good. Next card we have is Elsa Gloves Off. This card is a 4 ink inkable card with a 3/4 stat line, quest for 1, and it has Challenger +3, so it's basically about 6 attack with 4 HP, which is pretty good, but I don't really think this will see play because this is basically like Zeus, and Zeus is uninkable, but it quests for 2, and it does less damage, of course. So I think Zeus is still gonna be in this slot's contentions maybe, but I can see some decks running this if they need like some high value trade with like 6 HP is quite a lot. That kills literally everything, and 4 HP means it survives a lot of hits because a lot of things hit for 3 damage, so it's really decent. Next we have the Sorcerer's Spellbook, which is a item card, gain 1 lore for 1 mana. Whoa, that's pretty good. This is like, if you run 4 of these, you can turbo your way to victory. Just gain like so many lore. Jesus Christ, that's absolutely insane. Like, whoa. It is uninkable. It's a bit slow, but this can give you like some Exodia win condition for sure. Okay, and the next card we have is Mickey Mouse Friendly Phrase. This card is absolutely insane. It's an amber card, 6 inkwell plus inkable. It quests for 3. It's got 1/6 stat line, which is not the best, but its effect must be amazing, which is whenever this character quests, you pay 3 less mana for the next character you play this turn, which is basically Ramp or Lantern, but on steroids. But you have to play this out. So if you're playing Amber, you have access to Lantern. If you have 2 Lanterns out, which is what most decks are running, you can play this out on turn 4. Some decks are running it on 3, so you can play this on 3, and then you can ramp the next one. With this and Lantern, you can play like a 5 cost for 1. It's pretty good. And if you play this with, like, for example, Red or Ruby or something, you can play Maleficent for like 6 mana, which is crazy. So it's pretty good, but it's gonna die pretty quickly. And it won't trade very well because it's only got 1 HP. It'll probably take 2 attacks at most, because most stat lines are around 3/2. So yeah, it's pretty decent. The next card we have the Queen. It's an amber card, 5 cost for an inkable. It's 4/3, so similar to Hades, but it's inkable, and you can shift this. You only need 2 mana to shift this on, which is kind of crazy actually, because usually the shift characters, like if you think of this as like similar to Aurora you need a shift 3, but it's got better stat lines slightly. So it quests for 2. Whenever this character quests, choose opposing character gets -4 attack. this turn, and chosen character gets +4 attack this turn. Wait, when this character quests, chosen opposing character gets -4 attack this turn, and chosen character gets +4 attack this turn. So it buffs your character and debuffs your own, which is pretty good. It's quite usable. I don't see any decks that will use it, but it's quite good for what Amber does, which is like mid-range, good trades, and zoo the board. So I can see it being played. It's quite good, and it also quests for 2, which is really good, and you can get it out on turn 2. Wait, actually, Maleficence might not be out on turn 2 because, oh no, there is a 1-drop Maleficent actually. This could be out on turn 2 actually. Well, that's kind of crazy actually. It's pretty good. But its effect won't be useful on turn 2 because you need another character for this to be useful, because it quests, it can give itself its 4 attack, but then you can't do that trade. So yeah, maybe it's like a turn 3 play. Still pretty good on turn 3. The next card we have Uninkable, 2 costs, 0 to hero. You can sing this card. Count the number of cards you have in play. You pay that amount of mana less for the next character you play this turn. So this is pretty good because Amber is like a zoo deck, so like you can have 3 to 4 monsters out. But this costs 2, so it's quite good for aerial for like a search, because for example, Hakuna Matata is not the best like song that you can search with aerial. So with this is a little bit more stronger, because you know there's not a lot of times there is search. So I'm guessing this will replace Hakuna Matata, but we'll see. It's pretty decent for aerial searching. It's also in Amber, so yeah, it's pretty good. We have Cinderella, 7 cost Inkable Steel card. You can shift it onto a Cinderella. New keyword, resist +2. Damage dealt to this character is reduced by 2. Okay, whenever you play a song, this character may challenge ready characters this turn, and it quests for free. That's kind of insane, right? You can like play Amber Steel songs, which is super meta right now. You sing, this card can like board wipe your opponent, or like. So the thing is, like, if you're playing like a control matchup, you can, or like your versus are aggro and they're like a few lore points away from winning. If you're playing Amber Steel songs, you might not have enough removal to kill it if it's a big unit, because they have, for example, Fire the Cannons, which is 3 damage. They have Smash, which is also 3 damage. I think Fire the Cannons is 2 damage actually. And then Grab Your Swords is also 2 damage. You might have some like thick ass boy that doesn't die to that damage, but this will kind of help with that, and it also survives as well, which is really good. That's the only way you can kill ready character or unexerted characters. So yeah, this card is pretty good. I think it's gonna see play on the high end, but sometimes you just win games too quick, so you might not see a lot of it, but you'll probably see 1 or 2. Or if there might be like a new control deck spawning from the steel, I can maybe see like Ruby Steel be really good. This might be a added inclusion. Like Ruby Steel sounds pretty nasty with this. Like you can control the board so hard and just play for the late game big boys. We have Tiana, resist +2. It's a 4-drop, but it's not inkable. Oh, this character is exerted and you have no cards in your hand. Opponents can't play actions. Okay, so I'm guessing this is action cards, not just like just can't do anything. Like just can't do anything, bro. So is this useful? I can't really tell if this is useful. This is probably like a tech card. Yeah, I don't know. Like this is like a tech card for like special decks. That it's like a good for versus aggro, like versus control versus aggro, and you put this card in your aggro deck because you have no cards in hand because you're playing them all out and you're not being like saving resources, right? That's good. You played all your characters out. You exert this and you have no cards. That's good. You get this card's effect. Opponents can't play action cards. You can't get be prepared or something. So this is good. Or board wiped or anything. This is good. This is really good. Yeah. Okay. I can see this. This is quite good. It's quite good. Yeah, I can see that being played. And then we have Gaston. 6 ink. You can shift this onto 4. When you play this character, look at the top 3 cards of your deck. You may put 1 into your hand, put the rest of the bottom of your deck in any order, and it quests for free. This literally is Robin Hood, right? But you get to choose the top 3. It's quite good. It's not bad. It's just draw for Sapphire, which is okay. They can play this card quite easily, but the only problem with this, it's uninkable, so it's kind of awkward sometimes, I would say, and it's not really useful apart from just that one draw. But I can see this being played a little bit because if you're like playing right now, there's only Gaston in red, I believe. So if you're playing Ruby Sapphire, you just kind of want this draw. It's like a big boy, kind of big boy. It's not that big. It's 4/4 stats, so it does die quite easily, but it survives 1 or 2 attacks for sure. And you get a draw, and you can at least quest once, I think. We have Belle, Hidden Archer, Shift Free. Whenever this card character is challenged, the challenging character player discards all cards in their hands. What? Excuse me? You hit this card and you have no cards in hand. Is that fair, man? Like, doesn't this like wreck every single, like, isn't this gonna be like the best aggro deck like ever? This is gonna destroy every card. Like if you don't have any, like, if you're not steel, you're just gonna lose because you can't smash this, can't kill it. You have to hit into it that easily. So yeah, this is gonna be messed up in that aggro. And Shift Free. The other bells are in blue in Sapphire, I believe. So this can only be in blue. Well, for at the moment, there's might be more leaks. Who knows? But yeah, this card is actually insane. It quests for free. It's like Cusco, but when they attack into it, they just lose all their cards in hand. And if you're already getting wrecked by the by the emerald stuff, you're gonna get wrecked even harder with like this. So yeah, this is gonna be quite gnarly actually when you can play on turn 3 as well. Cusco you can play on turn 5. This is like you can play on turn 3, and it's pretty decent on turn 3. Like, this is the stat line for a free drop, like Hercules or something with bodyguard. But it's basically got bodyguard as well because you need to kill this. Yeah, it's pretty gnarly actually, that card. Dinner Bell. 2 mana, draw cards equal to damage on chosen character as yours, then banish it. So there's like a mixed debate about this being useful or not. I think this could be pretty good, like, because you have Maui, you attack like once or twice. You have 5 HP, so bare minimum you can get, like, the maximum amount of cards you can get is 4. So it's actually pretty good. You draw 4 cards for 2 mana, which is good. And there's like some cards that you just don't want to keep on the board. I mean, why would you not want to keep any cards on board? Sometimes you need a draw. It's gonna be good. Card draw is good. And lastly, we have Raya, which is just a princess card with 4. That costs 4. It's got 5 free stats. It's pretty good. With Amber, I guess, with Mulan, with Moana stuff. It's another princess. It's pretty good. And then other than that, we have the other stuff that they introduced, such as these are like the really cool arts that we can't really see right now. And there's also the collectors, the 100 collectors, which is a great cool card art. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out, boys.